Hey everyone, happy Halloween. Are you guys ready for tonight? I know I am. We got my Fred Flintstone costume on. We got the goodie bowl for the kids. Well, it's not much, but we don't really get a lot of trick-or-treaters, so there you go. And, of course, scary movies for later tonight. But before I do all that, I wanted to make sure that we could scare up a little recap here for you this week. Will this video be a trick, or will it be a treat? I guess we'll find out in just...
Trick or treat! Oh, yes. Salutations and happy Halloween! Yes. Hello and welcome to my very personal and private realm provided for me by the 7 deities. Yes. And I come here having officially taken this broadcast over. Yes. Oh, I will spare you the silly puns. What's that? Oh, you like the silly puns? Oh, wonderful! Then I've got plenty in store for you. Yes. Oh, so sit back, relax, grab your popcorn balls and your milk duds. Yes. Oh, for it's going to be a scream. Yes. As I present to you this week's City of Rippedness League of Football Fantasy Recap. Oh, wait, stop that music. No, that won't do. For I am in charge, so I will be providing my own music. Yes. Oh, that is much better. Now let's start off with our slaughter of the week.
Broken helmet touch.
Defeated!
Tecmo stand 177.66 to 92.9, thanks in large part to a killer performance from Deshaun Watson, putting up a deadly 42.96 fantasy points. Perhaps we should rename our team Deshaun of the Dead, as Watson bashed his competition this week. The Dolphins' D looked like zombies stumbling around out there as Watson slashed them for 239 pass yards, 5 passing touchdowns, with 2 for the big bonus, sneaking in 14 rushing yards, murdering Brother Stanley this week as we remain in first place at 7-1. Brother Stanley is barely staying alive at 3-5 in 9th place.
Yes, I am aware that there was a Deshaun of the Dead joke made last year. However, I think mine was a bit better, don't you? Yes.
RELAX snaps his 3-game losing streak when he
defeated
the defending champion, the bitch of Erin, 130.3 to 112.54, with a major contribution coming from unlikely top 10 tight end Jared Cook, who bears a more than passing resemblance to the one they call Beetlejuice on Howard Stern, not to be confused with this Beetlejuice. Look at those two side by side. Hilarious!
And it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it!
But it was Jared Goff of the Rams of Los Angeles who was the ghost with the most points in your lineup this week.
You're working with a professional here!
But you still had a scare, as you were down almost 23 points heading into Monday night.
It's showtime.
Indeed, it was thanks to your trio of Pats players, including James White and his 20.4 fantasy points from 10 receptions for 79 yards, plus 15 yards rushing and a touchdown, who helped bring you back from the dead, as you juiced up a victory for your team, but still sit in purgatory. In 11th place at 3-5. Keena falls to 4th place at 5-3. Another 3-game losing streak was broken this week as Ball Fondlers
defeated
Los Lobos 178 105.38 to 105.46. Adrian Peterson led your team with 33.1 fantasy points. His nickname comes, of course, from the fact that he physically abused his young boy.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Yes, I'd say that he's about as bad a father as Jack Torrance.
Danny! Danny boy!
As far as fantasy football goes, though, Peterson was shining on the field. He went crazy on the Giants D. Busting through the D-line like he was wielding an axe. Breaking out for 149 yards rushing and a touchdown with the bonus. Plus one catch for another 7-yard touchdown.
Here's Johnny!
Helping KC stop the bleeding. And his losing streak as he moves up to 10th place at 3-5. Anthony is left frozen in last place at 2-6. Back to the Future was looking sharp as he
defeated
Team Hell Yes 157.12 to 111.6. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Pat Mahomes scalped the Broncos D like the Native American statue Chief Woodenhead scalped the teenagers in Peep Show 2. Throwing tomahawks to cut up the competition with 303 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, leaving the Denver D scared for their lives before the final blow. To help pick up a win for the Chiefs, and a win for you as well, Reichel, with 27.02 fantasy points, as Brother Reichel continues to slice up his opponents. Bringing him to 3rd place at 6-2. Tracy falls another notch to 3rd place at 6-2 as well.
War for this is starting to look a lot less miserable, yes. Oh, especially after this week when he got yet another win after he had defeated. And Antonio goes to
146.7 to 126.86 thanks to James Conn.
No, you didn't let me finish. I'm talking about James Conner.
With 35.7 fantasy points. He's nothing like the great actor James Conn, but like the character Conn played opposite Kathy Bates. Matt felt nothing but misery. Watching James Conner put up 146 rushing yards for 2 touchdowns and capturing 5 receptions for 6 yards to boot. Stephen might just become an obsessed fan of Conner as he continues to produce and put up such fantastic numbers for his team, helping him ride high on the hog this week and up to 8th place at 3-5. Matt gets hobbled, dropping to 7th place, also at 3-5.
3 Stephen King movies featured in a row. Oh, yes, he really is the king of horror. Oh, well, I do know one soul who would disagree. Yes. But since it is Halloween, we, instead of a squeak of the week, we've got the fright of the night. And to make this event even more spooktacular, we will now bring in a very special guest. Oh, yes. A man who deems himself as the true king of horror. I'm talking, of course, of the late, great Alfred Hitchcock. But since he has passed into the next realm, we shall have to do a seance in order to bring him back. So please, join my hands. Everybody join hands together and repeat after me as we start off slow with the incantation, and then we will gradually increase speed. Here we go. Repeat after me. Owa Tana Siam. Repeat. Owa Tana Siam. Faster. Owa Tana Siam. Faster. Owa Tana Siam. Faster. Owa Tana Siam. 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 Owa Tana.
Good evening. I am Alfred Hitchcock, and welcome to The Fight of the Night. Su Tengquan had a shadow of a doubt that she'd win until the end in this close call. But it was a frenzy once the crop dust settled, and her victory was in the rear window, with a score of 127.94 to 124.16, only a 3.88 margin of victory over I Am Not Even Flexing, with Carson north by northwest putting up 24.14. But your secret agent was Tariq Cohen, seemingly running downhill and dialing him for murder on this 70-yard touchdown reception with the bonus. No one could catch this thief as he gave the Jets vertigo, adding in 40 rushing yards, assisting Ashley with another win. Say bon voyage to your losing record, as you are now spellbound up to 5th place at an even 4-4. Christmas week, on the other hand, was for the birds, as he drops to 6th place at 3-5. Well, that's it for me. You didn't like my puns? Well, as I once said,
puns are the highest form of literature.
So if you don't like them, you can go piss up a rope. It's obvious to me that we had quite enough for one evening, until I reappear someday. Good night out there, whatever you are.
Thank you very much, Alfred Hitchcock. Oh, yes, that was wonderful. But now we've come to a very special part of the show. Yes.
Oh, no you don't. If anyone's gonna yabba dabba do this, it's me. That's right, because we now take the time to salute the players on your pine, piling up fantasy points you'd rather have in your starting lineup in a segment we like to call On Your Bench! Hey, I guess I was a week late on the Aaron Jones thing, but I'd rather be a week late than a week early. And I did get the blowout, so I'll give myself a pass. On the other side of this match, Stan left an injured Sony Michel in his lineup. What were you thinking, Stan? Well, I guess you weren't. So we'll take the dunce cap off of Steven, who got 2 wins in a row, and put it right there on you because you should have started Devontae Parker. No relation, of course, to Ray Parker Jr. You know, the one-hit wonder who sang the theme to Ghostbusters? There was something strange sitting on your pine. Over 16 points from Devontae Parker! Why was he on your bench? Tracy, you sat old man Fitzgerald, and that move backfired. He may be old, but he ain't dead yet. He may have been close to death earlier in the season, but the newly tweaked Cardinals offense has brought Larry Fitzgerald back. So I guess now he's the Walking Dead. And just like the survivors trust Rick to lead them and never let them down, you can trust that Larry Fitz will always come through against the Niners like he did Sunday with 22.2 fantasy points on your pine.
He always comes back eventually, like Carol or Daryl. And the Cards' new OC, Byron Leftwich, is like the Herschel Green of the team, bringing back the old ways. And it worked. So maybe now Larry Fitzgerald can help you get back to your winning ways. Okay, so starting him wouldn't have got you the win this week, but you wouldn't have been beaten so bad.
Oh, we're gonna be doing that.
But you can bounce back.
Look at that! Taking it like a champ!
If you start Larry Fitzgerald instead of leaving him to the rest of the walkers. On your bench! And now we move right along to this week's.
Ooh, nice try. But your powers of media manipulation pale in compared to mine. Yes. So, here we go with the On Your Bench All-Star of the Week. Yes.
KC gets the honors this week with 72.28 fantasy points sitting in his reserves. What a nightmare! Speaking of nightmares, predicting what Deshaun Jackson will do was a nightmare in the past, but this year he's been a dream player, scoring double-digit fantasy points in all but one contest. His nightmarish ways are stuck in your mind, but you'll have to get that out of your head. He's been slashing defenses for big plays. His 21.7 fantasy points could have gotten you the blowout this week, but instead you messed the bed. Leaving those points to rest on thine bench.
Ooh, that was wonderful. Oh, what a treat this week. Yes. Oh, I wish you all a very safe and happy Halloween. I hope you enjoyed this week's spooktacular. Yes, I know I did. Oh, well, I thank you all for watching. And, well, Sakina, you and I do battle this week. You are the defending champ, and you hold the gold. But I am on my very, very intense expedition of gold. Yes, so that will continue this week. Oh, and for the rest of you, though, good luck. Make sure that you check the waivers and set your lineups. Otherwise, you might be defeated. Defeat. Hold on just a second. Excuse me, please. Oh, yes. I must wipe my anus. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, please don't watch me. Oh, that's better. That odor is most foul. Courtesy flush. Well, thank you once again. Wait, where was I? Oh yes! Defeat! Defeat!